Cameroon so far. So here we go then. Cameroon in the green strip throw off this Group D match in the Leipzig Arena, the Women's Handball World Championship against the Netherlands, back in their traditional orange shirts. So Cameroon, 2 defeats so far. It would be a shock if they won here today against the much fancied Dutch side. Silver medalists 2 years ago at the World Championships. Well, it'll certainly make life easier for the Dutch if they're given free service. Quick break, Groot into the wing. Could probably have gone through on her own. Good first save by Mben Bidyang. Cameroon goalkeeper who plays for Turkish champions Yeni Mahala in Ankara. That'll give her a bit of a confidence boost at this early stage. Teams who've never met before. Dutch warmed up with a win against Italy the week before they travelled out to Germany. You would have expected that. Good save by Vesta. Attempted scoop there right at the end by Atangana Bilibi, comes to nothing. Groot in a collision with Mosisol. Seems to be okay. And off goes Kelly Dulfer, and Van der Heijden comes on into the attack, number 6 at the bottom of the picture. Big concern for Helle Thompson, the Dutch coach, is that whilst their team are favourites, is that you pick up injuries, especially against what is a very physical Cameroon defence, with this unusual style, and they're keen to prove a point, the Cameroon team. Oh, very high. That's the goal, and there may be a 2-minute suspension there. Scored by Nika Groot.
1-0 Netherlands.
And off goes Mahala with a 2-minute suspension. Catching Groot very high. So already inside the first 2 minutes, Cameroon have got a suspension, and there'll be more to follow, I'm quite sure. So no line player, they'll bring someone in from the wing if they need to. Tuba Biolo, she's gone in. At 1.62 m, she will struggle against this tall central Dutch defence. So Nchuapuonyini is at left back. In the middle, Jepmu and Essam. That's the starting lineup across the back. And Jepmu, no way through. Long range shot, that's nice. Nchuapuonyini, 4th goal of the competition for her. Substitution between attack and defence for the Netherlands. So with the 2-minute suspension, the 5-1, almost 5-0-1 defence by Cameroon becomes a 5-0 for the time being. Shot taken, nothing, says the referee, play on. And the goalkeeper, Mben Bidyang, happy to slow things down. Dutch moving back very quickly. Cameroon team who haven't scored a single fast break in their opening 2 games. We often think of continental teams outside Europe wanting to cover for the lesser firepower at the back by playing quick and getting the fast breaks, but not so much for Cameroon. Meanwhile, they got 2-1 up, courtesy of Njepmu. Doesn't last long though, because Van der Heijden, who had an off game against Korea, comes good again, straight through. Cameroon are back to full strength again after the suspension for Mahala. Scoreline at 2-2. Nguyen Leng is on the left wing. Tuba Biolo on the far side. A bit of a fumble with the ball, eventually they find it. Tries to go in on her own, looks for the line. The line was well covered, and it's going to be a yellow card. And it goes to the skipper, Danik Snelder. Plays for FTC in Hungary. In fact, none of the Dutch players play their club handball in the Netherlands. Seven of them, in fact, play their club handball in Germany, 4 at Bietigheim, so they're quite a few familiar faces to the local audience here. Saved by Vesta, not too challenging. The ball comes out, Groot moves it up court. Bit of an acceleration. And it's opened up the wing. Nice shot, lovely technique. Smets. He's scored 3 from 7 so far, not quite in her stride. That's more like it. So 3-2 just in front with 5 minutes played in this Group D match in Leipzig. Dutch, who defending 6-0. They know that the Cameroon team haven't really got the long-range firepower. That's nice, though. Opened up the wing. Off the post. It's still with them, though. And the follow-up goes in off Mosisol. Tuba Biolo initially missed the shot, clipped the bar. But the line player, Mosisol, was waiting. 3-3. And again, Smets this time beaten. And that wasn't a bad angle. Good save by Mben Bidyang. Third save by the Cameroon keeper. Plays at Yeni Mahala Ankara in Turkey, where she's effectively second choice behind the Montenegrin keeper, Ana Rajkovic. Looking for the line, she was nowhere near there. Bont is away. Cuts back towards the middle for a better angle, and nothing Ben Bidyang can do about it this time. And Debbie Bont gets her 8th goal of the World Championships. There it is. Well, while that's happening, we've had a 2-minute suspension as well. Off goes Mahala, and that's a second suspension for shirt pulling in the last attack. It was off the ball effectively, and that's her second. She's going to have to watch herself. So, once more, they're short-handed. The Cameroon team don't tend to take out their goalkeeper for these. They'll just play short. Nchuapuonyinyi waiting, and that's going to be a 2-minute suspension. Snelder, who was already on a yellow card, is given her marching orders. No doubt it appears in the mind of Kursad Erdogan, the Turkish referee. She goes to the bench, and now both teams will be short-handed. So while Snelder is off, it's the other line player, Yvette Brock, who's getting warmed up. Well, hesitant play, went for the lob, effectively the only option left to her from such a narrow angle, and with Vesta coming forwards, but she was equal to it. Nowhere near a lob, really. So for first piece of the action, Yvette Brock goes into the attack. Goalkeepers come off to even up the odds. It's rather ominous for Cameroon. Brock, who scored 6 from 7 in the competition so far. Oh, brilliant play, but not a great pass by Van der Heijden. Left Bont a little bit stranded. Goes through herself this time. That's more like it, Van der Heijden, and they're trying to get Vesta back in goal quickly. There it was, straight through. And the defence caught flat-footed. So Njiepmu back in the middle. Nchuapuonyinyi, the 24-year-old who plays for DGSP. Njiepmu, one of 8 players in this Cameroon side who play for the champions FAP, the Army and Police club. Low shot. She scored a couple like that earlier in the competition, not this time. And Vesta falls out of the area. She tries to make the pass, told to go back and take it again by Ibrahim Ozdeniz, the referee. And she ambles off. Cameroon are back to full strength again, but still 20 seconds before the Dutch are at full strength. So the keeper is out. Van der Heijden is back in the attack. Yvette Brock at the moment is holding up 2 defenders in the middle. Van der Heijden eventually gets her marker back. And they've managed to run the clock down. They're back to full strength again. Into, oh, brilliant play. Sucked in 2 defenders, but again, Smets comes away empty-handed. It's gone over the side for a throw into Cameroon, and Ella Thompson, frustrated, doing all the work and not getting the reward. The block shot, it's come through and couldn't control it, and Njiepmu. Keepers come out, Bont How much further did she want to get? And that's a penalty. Had to be. She's effectively playing as a court player. So is Sam. Did a good passing impression of a goalkeeper. Unfortunately, she isn't one, so the football gives a penalty. Even Bond can smile at that. And Hella Thompson thought that should have been 2 minutes as well. And you've got a point, because if it's deliberate football, and she's remonstrating with the referees and gets a yellow card, it's probably not worth pushing. But as I said, she has got a point. Intentional football is a penalty, but it should be at 2 minutes. Abing. Straight in. So Abing, scorer of those amazing 11 goals in the opening match, still to end up on the losing side. First goal here today. She was used very sparingly in the second match. I think told, well, you've done your bit, the others can prove themselves. That's nice play, won the penalty. Quick turn back inside by Nchua Puonyini. 24-year-old, cuts back, strong player, 1.85 m, forces the error. So up steps Tuba, who scored 7 from 9 in the competition so far. And sends Vesta the wrong way. First goal of the game for her.
And goal for Cameroon by number 10, Yolande Tuba, 6-4, 6-4.
6-4, then the Netherlands lead as we're past the 10-minute mark in this Group D match in Leipzig. Deep defences stopping the Dutch from getting into some stride. Shot there with no momentum from Van der Heyden, but they've got the ball back. The save being picked up in the wing by Smets. So quick reorganisation. Nika Groot, who's back from injury, plays for Giurietto in Hungary. Number 17. That's the Abing we saw on the opening day. An absolute rocket of a shot. 91 kilometers an hour. No chance from Ben Bidyang.
7-4. Goal by number 8, first in Louis Abing.
7-4 the scoreline, with the second goal for Abing. Cameroon at full strength again, and a terrible pass straight over the head of Njepmu. So the Dutch can settle again. Groot, 17, we're just talking about her injury. She's been used a lot in defence since returning from injury with Giurietto, where she plays alongside Yvette Broch, the line player. Scored 10 goals, but not fully fit, I suspect, at this stage. Oh, good save again, and Ben Bidyang. 5 saves for the Cameroon keeper. She's only just been first choice, and Ben Bidyang ahead of the captain Abian Bakon in goal for Cameroon. They've got 3 keepers. Awu Bissong also on the bench for Cameroon. Always wonder when you've got a squad like this where you need a bit of variety on court rather than with the goal, where the keepers have much of a muchness, really. The first 2 is just use 2. Give yourself more options on court. But they've got 3. A little dummy, but that was too many steps anyway. And the break is on. Smets is away very quickly, but well covered all the way back by Banyomo. Now she's got free, though, by going very deep and waiting patiently, and scores 8-4. Second goal for Smets. Albeit from 4 shots, hangs in the air, opens the angle well. Hand off. Nchua Puonyini looks for the line. Dispossessed. The break is on. Debbie Bond Been forced a little wide, but cuts back towards the middle and scores. And suddenly, and ominously for Cameroon, the Dutch are on their way. Solid defending there to steal the ball. And then those quick push-up court.
9-4 for the Netherlands. Again by number 7 durch die Nummer 7, Davy Bond.
3 goals without reply, and no real surprise then that Cameroon call a team timeout. Jean-Marie Zambo just needs a word with his players. The scoreline had been close for a while, 4-3. Now it's 9-4. We'll listen in.
Le principe, c'est le couronnement. Avec ou sans ballon. Si vous ne faites pas ça, on ne va pas jouer. Ça serait très difficile. Quand le ballon arrive, faites circuler entre. C'est ça l'intervalle. Comme ça, le ballon s'en va vite. Si vous faites...
Well, and Ben Bidyang, what a game she's having so far. 5 saves, a 36% save rate. Here then, some of her moments. And she's certainly doing her bit to keep Cameroon in touch. 29-year-old from Yeni Mahala. So play resumes after that team timeout. Be a free throw. Comes back again, Mehdi Ben Djepmou. Not much going their way on that one. Back they come. So Yvette Bock is going to come into the attack now as they take out their goalkeeper. And they're playing 7 in attack. It's a tactic that Hella Thompson is very happy to use. Done it previously with Sweden when she coached them. Good place to practice. Oh, fantastic service. Snelder scores, but what great supply into her. Look at that. It's a flick straight in. Well, Snelder scores, but the supply by Abing was just superb. 10-4. So free throw, and back comes Groot. After that collision, Djepmou. And Chouapou-Nyinyi, yes! Well, straight through the legs of Tess Vester. Got an injury, though. Took the shot, and oh, the follow-through, she's winded. Got absolutely dropped to the ground. Push in midair. Vester off her heel, stays in. Assistant's happy. Chouapou-Nyinyi is still being treated as Snelder's been sent off for that push on Chouapou-Nyinyi, who's holding her back, and that's not good. She did fall absolutely flat like a plank when she went down. Is probably quite winded. The 24-year-old from DGSP, and off for treatment. And looks in some pain, it has to be said. So play resumes meanwhile, and it looks like Issam, often key in defense, maybe the one at left back. We'll see shortly. Oh, brilliant save again, and Ben Bidyang, 6 saves by her. one, though, does go in. Despite being short-handed. Lois Abing, who plays for Ici Paris in the French league. Breaks through the defence, completely absent. So on the attack, and it is Essam who's come in for the injured Nchua Puonyinyi, who's been taken off with that back injury. More of a defender so far in the competition, but managed one goal so far. Again, they're trying to force the ball into the line when it's not free, and they're being hit on the break as a result. This one they managed to spoil, as Abing has to go back to Vesta. Tuba Biolo causing problems before she drops back into the wing. It allows her teammates to get into position. So on the right-hand side, a change on the wing. Bont has gone off. After scoring a couple of goals, Malestein has come in for her. And on the far side, change as well. It looks as if Steenbakkers has come in. They've lost possession. The break is on. The goal is empty. Oh, Tess Vesta stumbled a little. She can smile about it as the ball goes wide. There was the break. And just too wide, skidded away. No time to be sleeping. Well, they're going to be given a throw now. Tess Vesta, who plays for Bietigheim in Germany, along with three of her teammates here. Malestein, Rosmalen and Smets. Going through, that won't count. She'll come back again. Essam, who couldn't quite arm her shot anyway. There's going to be a bit of a push off the extended arm. Cut back towards the middle. Off the post again, the ball is free, and Essam scores this time. 25-year-old who plays for FAP, the Cameroon champions. A little bit untidy by the Dutch, although they have a comfortable lead here. Rosmalen is back on as Kelly Dulfer, the defence specialist, plays for Copenhagen in the Danish league, heads off. So after that brief earlier experiment with 7 against 6, Helle Thompson deciding to go back to more conventional ways. Oh, very high. I've got to watch it, and that's very high as well. And it's going to be a yellow card. It's for Yvette Yuo, who plays for Tonnerre Calara. But you could have taken your pick there, because 3 of them caught her high on the way through. Yvette Broch, the line player, goes out, drops back in again. Now she's got possession, yes. Quick switch from one to the other. Absolutely no communication at the back in defence. You'll see her cut back from the other side. 2 defenders push up. No one's paying attention on the line. Helle Thompson, poker-faced. Again, the ball's loose, free throw this time. So 20-minute mark now in the first half. The Netherlands 12-6 up. Attempt there by Essam at a low shot, didn't come off. Break is on, quick switch back into the wing, but it's well covered. And they take their time to build up again. Kelly Dulfer can go off. Rosmalen goes on. And they're going to substitute Abing. Big cheer from the Dutch fans, because on comes Estvana Polman, 25-year-old who plays in Denmark for Esbjerg, who together with her partner, former international Dutch football player Rafael van der Vaart. They had a baby girl 6 months ago, and she's already back on court, scoring freely for Esbjerg and for the Netherlands. But meanwhile on court here, goal comes courtesy of Malestein. Looking for the wing, not bad thinking by Issam. And that's inside the area, is it? Double dribble. Tess Vesta puts the ball up. Coleman being closely marked, but all that does is leave a gap. Oh dear, at the back. Clumsy play by Issam, and a discussion going on. She was caught extremely high. Is it just 2 minutes? They are still having the discussion, the referee, about what sanction. It was extremely high, and the red card is a distinct possibility. And it is. A red card. And Mossy Sol's game is over. A very, very high catch there. You'll see it here. I would argue she wasn't the one truly at fault. I would have actually given that red to Issam. Helle Thompson's right to be annoyed because she's worried about injuries. You can see the reaction behind. Absolute shock at the foul, but I've got some sympathy for Mossy Sol because I would have given it to Issam. But it was a bit of a melee with the two of them. She went with a bit of a hack across the throat. Mossy Sol followed up really with a bit of a push on the back, but take your pick. Either way, they are short. They can replace the player after 2 minutes. So for the team, it's a short blip, but it does mean they've lost one of their more experienced players. Going for the lob, nowhere near there for Malestein as Ben Bidyang makes save number 7. 8 minutes to go in the first half. So the Dutch, who started with a 6-0 defence, going 5-1 now with Lynn Knippenborg. Plays for Buxtehude in Germany. Pushing right up at the front. Free throw again. Issam blocked, the ball's loose, and that was very well picked up, and they've got to hurry up. It's stolen. Good play in Jipmu. Issam, oh! Well, untidy phase, ironically, by the Dutch, put under pressure. Cameroon harassing every one of them. And Issam finishes on her own, lobbing. Vesta came forwards early. 13-7 with 7 minutes to go. Still 30 seconds before Cameroon are back to full strength again. Rosemalen lets rip with a long-range effort, but that sails over the top. Rosemalen, relative newcomer to the team, just 6 internationals, 13 goals for the Netherlands. It's her first major competition with them. An interesting call because she's really only scored 4 goals for Bietigheim this season. That's come off her foot anyway. It's a turnover. Vesta looks for a quick pass, doesn't find it. Polman is there now. Straight into the wing. Back in comes Polman. And another save. Well, and Ben Bidyang playing out of her socks at the moment, the keeper. 8 saves. Well, they've had their chances, the Dutch. .57% success rate on their shooting, which is low by their standards. 41 for Cameroon. Here's Yvette Broch. Giurietto, line player. That's going to be a free throw. So the 5-1 defense, Knippenborg at the front. And Vesta steals the ball, looking for support. And again, Cameroon are harassing the obvious players. And she has to think twice before launching the ball up court. But a team timeout is called by Helle Thompson. And they'll come off to the side and try and recalibrate. It's got a bit messy out there on both sides, to be fair. It's listening.
Angela, you stay until we have the ball. Charles is 5-1. You stay down over the middle in perfect
soit deuxième pivot, ou à 2 au niveau de la ligne. Okay? Maintenant, on est patient sur le jeu des pivots. Que les pivots qui déclenchent le mouvement.
So Louise Abing, what a game she's having as ever. Couple of goals already, but a lovely supply as well to the line. One of the best assists of the game. It's already 13 goals in this competition. So play resumes with the words of Helle Thompson echoing in the Dutch players' ears. If you don't want to give 100% in attack, tell me, I'll take you off and you can sit on the bench. She's not happy. The attack certainly isn't firing on all cylinders, and Malestein may want to just look away from the bench as she goes past the coach. So back come Cameroon. And the Dutch have given up on the 5-1 defence. Helle Thompson concerned about the lack of attention on the line. Dulfer and Brock are covering it. Shot picked up by Vesta. She thought that was fair, but the referee says no, it's a free throw. And of course, Sadi Erdogan doesn't look like he wants to negotiate. Closed angle. Vesta should have that covered just by sitting on the post. Vesta looks up. The Cameroon team are certainly doing their best to smother the fast break chance. Not a great shot there, straight down the middle. And Bed Bidyang, I'll make that 10 saves. What a game she's having. Good news for Cameroon. And Chuapu Nyinyi is back, number 3, who was hurt earlier when she got dropped onto her back by Snelder. Back come the Dutch into the wing. And another save, and Ben Bidyang is mopping everything up at the back. Frustration for the Dutch. Reasonable angle, but that was a terrible lob. Oh, the goalkeeper from Yini Mahala Ankara really is doing everything she can to keep Cameroon in contention. Still only 6 goals adrift, looking for the line. Better defence by Yvette Broch, the Jurieto line player, who's playing a 4th World Championship here with the Netherlands, the number 13. Played for a while in Spain and then at Metz in France with the champions before moving to Hungary. She's another one of the big names in the squad. So Ewer drops in on the line. Bit of holding from the back by Broch. Free throw. 2.5 minutes or so remaining in the first half. Passive play's being called now. 6 passes remaining. That's an attacking foul anyway by Ewer, who runs straight into the defence. Moving the ball up court quick, looking for the line. Yvette Broch goes to shoot. She thought that should be a penalty with defence inside the area. It's not the way the referees see it. It's not given. Banyomo holding her own on the far side, and they settle down to build up on this one. Coleman, who scored 5 goals in their win against China, not getting too many opportunities here today. Stepped inside the area. Malestein is having a little bit of a difficult time. 1 goal from 3 attempts only for the Dutch winger. Now a turnover as well. 1.5 minutes to go. 10 turnovers suffered by Cameroon so far in this game already. 2 by the Netherlands, including that last one. Little shimmy. That's Njampo Nono, who's come on, another one of the experienced players. Saved by Vesta, but trying to recover the ball. Dulfer steps on the line. Free throw, taken quickly and scored. Banyomo and Helle Thompson give her something to kick, because she's going to hurt someone otherwise. She is going to be incandescent in the changing rooms, as the Netherlands have completely dried up here. We've had just 2 Cameroon goals in 8 minutes of play. Well, to her relief, Malestein scores that one. Just 4 goals in the last 10 minutes of this half. "20 seconds to go. Long-range shot, that'll be a free throw. Five seconds, got to take a shot soon. Hand it off and play on, says the referee. Why are you putting it across court to the winger who's covered? So the Netherlands throw off the second half in this Group D clash in the Leipzig arena, leading 14-8 against Cameroon. Cameroon, who open up with a very deep 5-1 defense. It's almost a 5-0-1 because it appears that Knippenborg, playmaker for the Dutch, is the one that's being targeted. Quick switch as Brock comes out. She's got herself pulled out of space, which isn't what she wanted to do. And Ben Bidyang continues where she left off in the first half with save number 12. And the wingers are coming away empty-handed here in this encounter. 2 goals from 9 attempts so far for the wingers on both sides for the Netherlands. Well below par, I'm afraid. Shades of the first game against Korea once more. Straight through, a free throw. Meanwhile, for the Dutch in goal, Jasmina Jankovic has replaced Tess Vester. Jankovic, who plays for Metzingen, also in Germany. Second place in the championship. Njiepmu, Esam. Jampo Nono, who's moved from the right back on the attack to the left side now. Free throw. A little bit of a warning there for Roosmalen. One of the 4 players in the Dutch side who play for Bietigheim in Germany, 3rd in the Bundesliga. Looks for the line. Oh, straight through. The defense just wasn't there. Yvette Borch tried to come across and cover for Roosmalen, left the door open. The line, it's Yochum here in the second half. Passive plays being called against them, 4 passes remaining. The attack is static, they got so close, there's absolutely no momentum to it for Cameroon. Njiepmu trying to force the attacking foul, it doesn't work, and the ball bounces off the post. Smets picks up the loose one and puts it back in play again. Holman returns. For the moment, Abing and Dulfer being used in defense only. It's Knippenborg and Polman join Roosmalen at the back. Roosmalen goes in as a second-line player. Polman into the line, yes! It's going to be a penalty. At the very least, it should be 2 minutes for holding. It is. She got herself completely behind her, and Njampo Nono, the 35-year-old from FAP, sent to the bench. Their most experienced players, but on this occasion got herself the wrong side. She was standing inside the area. Groot knew she could only get a penalty out of this, and up steps Abing. Scored 1 already. Oh, not this time. And the ball is loose, and the 4 Cameroon players waiting behind pick up. And Ben Bidyang, what can you say about her? She's having the game of her life here against the Netherlands. 13 saves. All the way through, they'll come back again. That won't count for Chua Puonini, the whistle going before she'd got through. So Esam, Chua Puonini and Njiepmu, it's the starting lineup for Cameroon across the back. They are short-handed, but just don't like taking off the goalkeeper. The ball's bounced straight over the post. Dulfer, Abing looking for a quick attack. Ah, she overbounces and gives it away. He managed to keep the ball going. That's good. Esam is free. Yes! Atangana Belibi gets her first of the game. The 20-year-old plays for Anglais Biarritz in the French National 2 division, which is actually, confusingly, the 4th tier in France. Played for the junior French squad, lived in France since she was 7. But has now come back to play for her native Cameroon as Pullman finally finds a range. First shot for the 25-year-old from Esbjerg to add to the 390 goals she scored for the Netherlands. 15-9. Basically, the Netherlands have managed to score 3 goals in 15 minutes of play, either side of the half. Same as Cameroon. It's not exactly a goal bonanza. Still an intriguing encounter. Essam looks to the line. Off the post, but that's defending inside the area. Good play by Yuchum. Pushes back, but both the defenders are inside the area. So up steps Tuba Biolo, scored 1 already. Top corner, that's her second. Zambo could look a bit happier, they're back within 5. Penalty scored by her. Just the one by Abing for the Netherlands. 15-10 the scoreline, 5.5 minutes into the second half. Pullman back again on the other side. Into the line, covered. Oh! Well, talk about taking your opportunities when you can. That was nicely done by Knittenborg. Free throw.
16-10.
Atangana Belibi there having a funny exchange with Kursad Erdogan. Always best to stay on the right side of the referee. So pushing up now, the Dutch with Yvette Brock at the front of a 5-1 defence. Handoff, tries to cut back into the middle, picks the most crowded area with 3 defenders and 1 line player already holding the line. Crashes into them. It's still a free throw. Possession stays with Cameroon. Forced to play a long way out. It's stopping the crossovers. And it's forced them to try and take on the Dutch one-on-one. And they're certainly holding the line on that side. Oosmalen taking one for the team there. Into the line, that's good play. Yvette Brock caught the wrong side of the line player, and Yuchum gets her first of the game. No mistake there, though, by Debbie Bond, who comes back on again in place of Malestein. And gets herself going straight away. 17-11. So change at the back. You're so often used as a defence specialist, the number 5 makes way. There's a shot efficiency. Dutch 52%, Cameroon 42. He's creeping up against the Dutch here. Essam. And another penalty, 1-on-1. They are causing the Dutch problems at the back. And as they try and play that deeper defence, it is leaving space. Cuts back inside, shoved over by Stolfer. Hella Thompson praying for some other intervention at the moment. As meanwhile, Tuba Biolo puts away her 3rd penalty of the game.
17-12, 17-12. Goal by 7 meter.
The Dutch, who had a 6-goal lead in the first half, may have thought that was the beginning of them pulling away and winning this match, as most expect. I found that, in fact, they are being outscored here in this second half by Cameroon, 4-3. Pullman takes a bit of a blow in the face. Has a quick word with the referee. Pullman, who gave birth to her daughter back in June and has got straight back in with the club, Esbjerg, where she scored 39 goals. And back in with the national team as well. That came off a Dutch foot. And Ben Bidjang will be absolutely delighted with the day's work here in this 3rd round of matches with 14 saves. Abing Plays for Ici Paris in the French league. Third top scorer, Dutch number 8 in the French league with 61 goals. Moved there after spell at Bayamare in Romania. Oh yes, Njepmu Medibe. And the Dutch are not liking this strong one-on-one style from the Cameroon team. They are losing these individual battles at the moment, are being flat-footed. Oh, that's more like it, Brock. She wasn't going to miss that one. Second goal for the line player from Jurieto.
18-13, 18-13. Real defense for Cameroon.
Amazing. Great shot. Issam scored 1 from 6 in the competition coming into this game in the opening 2 matches. Scored 3 here today.
I think your team needs your support, your friends from the Netherlands. Come on.
We've got a call on the bench. Helle Thompson getting angry with the table, venting her frustration, and she's going to have to take a player off. She's been given a 2-minute suspension. So Martine Smets, as the player's called off, she's still letting off steam. Everyone stay away from her for a bit. You can see all the players shuffling up the other end of the bench now. So 4 2-minute suspensions for Cameroon, 2 for the Netherlands. And that includes the coach. So, as ever, they are doing this 5-0-1 defence. Knippenborg is being individually marked by Atangana Belibi. She's staying alert in case there's an opportunity for a break. Borg comes out to help at the back. Good defending, nice and solid on Roosmalen as she tries to break through. Holman. Roosmalen's managed to get away. Knippenborg, meanwhile, is fouled. Tried to take the shot when Roosmalen was hovering on her right shoulder. 10 minutes played, and the Netherlands leading by just 4 goals, being outscored 6-4 in this half, and that's a 2-minute suspension. It won't help the Cameroon cause as off goes Touba Biolo. She's angry. Well, you want angry. You want to see on the other bench Helle Thompson. So, chance now for the Dutch maybe to get some rhythm at the back with the defence going back to 5-0. They're not taking out the goalkeeper, though. Holman, oh! Well, she had only one thing in mind when she started that run. Storms through. Abing's come on for her in defence. Both teams short-handed.
And the support for Cameroon. Come on, Leipzig.
Off goes Yuo, for the moment being used in defence. On comes Njepmu, 27-year-old. Very quick player. Oh, the line free briefly. No one picked her up. Doesn't matter. Njepmu. Goal number 3. Right next to Jankovic.
19-50.
Njepmu keeping them well within range. Holman said earlier about when you're playing a style that you're just not familiar with, you can never write off the underdogs. Yvette Brochter gets her 3rd goal. Nice open space there. Lovely supply. 3 from 3 for the line player. She certainly is pulling her weight. 2015 the lead, but still they're being outscored by Cameroon in the second half. Senchua Puonyini comes off. Doesn't seem very happy with being called off as Njampu Nono, number 18, replaces her at left back. She shuffled off and almost waited before stepping off court, much to the annoyance of the coach. Tries to go through. There's no space there. Release the ball. Well held again. Roosmalen certainly doing her bit in defence on the far side, where the line player seems to do a lot of the waiting. They are back to full strength again now, Cameroon. Clever thinking by Roosmalen, who moved out and tried to isolate her. Somehow, though, Yochum managed to find a pass. Gets a free throw anyway. Jepmu Esam still free. Ah, good save. Second save of the game for her. Yvette Broch. Oh, puts it wide, but defending inside the area. And Broch annoyed with Njampu Nono. Felt it was totally unnecessary. She jumped in and she's been given the marching orders after a quick consultation between the referees. She jumped into her in mid-air. Biggest fear, of course, for the Dutch is to pick up unnecessary injuries here. Second suspension for Njampu Nono. Polman, no mistake from 7 meters. She scores her third goal. It's the Polman of old again. So really just got back to full strength again. Cameroon are short-handed. Now the Dutch are matching the Cameroon team in this second half, 7 goals apiece, as we get a third save from Jasmina Jankovic. Jankovic is having her 31st birthday tomorrow. She might just want an early present today. And she'll definitely want one tomorrow when they play Serbia. Oh, brilliant play. Dispossessed, couldn't quite control the ball, so just gets a free throw. But that was a lovely assist by Polman into Snelder, who's replaced Broch on the line. Snelder straight through, she couldn't control it. Long pass out, and that's too long by Mben Bidyang. And a let off for the Dutch. Jankovic moves the ball up court. Knippenborg straight into the line. Ah, off the underside of the bar and stays out for Danik Snelder. And just as in the first half, the Dutch are going through a spell of missing those good chances that should be helping them pull away and put this match beyond any doubt whatsoever, as Cameroon bring on Nguden Leng, one of the 8 FAP players. She's going to go in at left back. And instead she pushes Yochum into the left wing. The Cameroon players very versatile, don't seem to have any single or even 2 positions they play in. Can be all over the place, and it can be right back and left wing in some cases, as Jankovic makes another save for the Netherlands. Jankovic, who's played 82 times for the Netherlands. So the defence now is a 5-1. Nguden Leng is at the front. Not individual marking, some relief there for the Dutch as they start to open up a bit of a gap. Polman, 22-15. And that's 3 goals without reply, 2 of them from Polman, just to try and ease the pressure. So on comes Njampu Nono into the central role. In fact, she's gone off to the left-back position. Played over 60 times for Cameroon. Good save again, Jankovic. 5th save for the Dutch keeper. Nice and streamy. They are winning these one-on-one contests. Oh, another great feed into the wing there. Steenbakkers has come on. So the Cameroon team, we've gone from a 5-0-1 to a 5-1, have now dropped back into a 6-0. Although Banyomo still tempted to come out a bit too much, and it's actually created a bit of space on the wing for Angela Steenbakkers, 23-year-old who plays for Blumberg Lippe in Germany. First goal for her in the game. 4 goals without reply now. And again, well saved. Look, a hard shot by Jankovic, but an awkward one. Attempted block by Yochum. Just goes wide. And Jankovic gets to put it out a second time. Oh, brilliant. Well, Knippenbohr, an absolute bullet into Snelda. Look at that, straight down the middle. Could have driven the bus through there. And Zamba, he's had enough. Time for a nap. Team timeout is called by Cameroon. Let you listen in and practice your French.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi vous courez. On ne joue pas la précipitation, je vous le dis. On joue la course et pas la précipitation. Quand il y a bail, on va au tir. Quand il n'y a pas bail, on peut circuler le ballon longtemps. Déplacer, on n'a pas travaillé comme ça la fois dernière. C'est pourquoi ça ne peut pas prendre le temps de se mettre en place. Soyons patients. Quand on fait deux pivots, soyons patients. Les pivots peuvent déclencher le mouvement. Et on peut lire. On a la précipitation, on est revenu en point. Allez.
So it's Vanna Polman, 4 goals so far. She's done her bit here with this run of goals to wrestle control of the game back, including that absolute bullet effort, single-mindedly finding the back of the net. So with the Dutch moving swiftly on now. 5 goals without reply, and the spluttering attack of Cameroon frustrating the coaches who started talking one over the other. As Zambo was trying to say, look, why are you rushing it? We want to play fast, but not hastily. Long pass by Jankovic, it's much too far. Can it be kept in? No, it can't. And Ben Bidyang gets there first. Even Stenbakkers wasn't that fast. Back they come. So Banyomo at the right back. Oh, into the line, yes. And Chua Puonyini went in on the line. Found a bit of space. Dutch take the quick throw. That's nice. Snelda. Third goal for her. Lobs it over Ben Bidyang. So the 9-goal lead remains for the Netherlands. Oh, good block. Excellent work by Yochum on the line. It created a huge gap for Jampo Nono to go through.
25-17, 25-17 mit diesem Tor durch die Nummer 18.
After the confidence booster a couple of days ago against China for the Netherlands with that big 40-15 win, today hasn't quite done that. Banyomo scoring her second. Quick throw off is taken, and again this physical defence, and Palestine appearing to take a bit of a blow from the back, but she's fine. 10 minutes to go, little under. And the Netherlands are 25-18 up. Break is on. Cameroon trying to find a way through. Well, that would have been quite spectacular if Mahala could have got to that one. But that was a little too ambitious. Didn't need it. Van der Heijden scores goal number 3. It's the pass down court, and Van der Heijden, who plays for FTC in Hungary, hammers it away.
26-18.
So 26-18, 9 minutes remaining. Van der Heijden, who until last season was playing alongside Pullman at Esbjerg in Denmark, now has moved on to FTC. 24 goals for them this season. Mistake there by the Cameroon team, and possession comes back again. Thought for a second that Banyomo was going to resume with a 5-0-1 defence on Knippenbohr, but she drops in for a 6-0, then changes her mind and comes back out again. Just trying to disturb those running plays at the back. Well, that nearly worked. It has. Play on. Mahala took one for the team. Oh, and it goes in. Banyomo under pressure, and Jankovic just couldn't quite get it. Sight on the arm to get some idea of where the shot was going. Smuggled past her. And Helle Thompson will not be amused. So after scoring 5 without reply, the Dutch have now suffered a 3-1 reverse, and Cameroon still some way behind, in fairness. Oh, big gap, and again the chance goes begging off the post for Knippenborg. Playing a 3rd World Championship, Knippenborg. Put things in perspective, the Dutch team averaged 95 internationals per player compared to 31 for Cameroon. So Snelder. Goes down, play on, says the referee for now. Into the line, that's good play, except that there are 3 defenders standing behind. It's like a brick wall, there's nowhere to go for Yochum. Oh, off the post. Picked up, and the ball's moving up court as Dolfer is first there, but they've given it away. Straight up court. Oh, yes. Fingertip save. Jankovic just managed to get to it, and an opportunity missed for Yochum. There was the steal by Nchuapu-Nyinyi, and a pass straight up court, but it's wasted. Oh no. Saved, but to no avail. It's a penalty. The foul on Van der Heijden by Yochum. Change the goalkeeper for Cameroon. In comes the captain, Bert Abian-Bacon, who plays for La Roche-sur-Yon in France. Oh, saved! And Helle Thompson's humour won't be improved any by that, as Knippenborg comes up short on the 7-metre line. Abian-Bacon's gone straight off to milk the applause from the bench, while Ben Bidyang returns. Ben Bidyang's 11 saves in the first half haven't quite been matched in the second. She's on 3 at the moment, as time runs out on this game. Long-range shot fumbled a little by Jankovic, goes out to the side. It's a throw-in for Cameroon. Jankovic, who plays for Metzingen, who is 2nd in the Bundesliga. She scored a goal for them this season as well. Looks for the opportunities, not there. Dul for the defence specialist. And Cameroon have been good at trying to put them under pressure on phase 2 of the attack. As the ball eventually goes back to the keeper, and the 5-0-1 resumes. Knippenborg. And the long pass, because she's out of action, goes way over the top. It's a throw-in for Cameroon. The ball is fumbled by Banyomo, who thought she should have got a free throw. But in reality, it was a fair tussle. Helle Thompson, for her part, has seen some good phases by the Netherlands, but I'm afraid punctuated by a lot of very unconvincing phases as well. And not much to reassure them ahead of what will be a tough clash against Serbia tomorrow. Good save, and Ben Bidyang. Ball comes out, picked up by Nchuapu-Nyinyi, and Ben Bidyang makes save number 15. Well, she's saved more than Jankovic and Vesta put together. They're on 13 between them. We're well inside the last 5 minutes of the game. And Cameroon, I'm sure, will be delighted with the scoreline. And Nchuapu-Nyinyi took her eye off the ball. Away goes Stenbakkers. Don't think she's going to need any help. Hammers that one away. Second goal for her. The winger from Bloemberg-Lippe heads off down there. The only person ahead of her, other than the keeper, was a referee. And they've promptly given the ball away again, Cameroon. Losing a little concentration here at the end. And Malestein scores a third. Adds to a tally of 211 goals for the Netherlands in 109 internationals, and Handball must be a bit disappointed. They were already at -9 earlier in the game and then fought their way back in. And then now they've lost their footing again. 8 fast breaks for the Netherlands in this game. Although that said, Cameroon have had 2 of their own in the game, the first 2 of the competition. Njepmu, 3 minutes to go. That's blocked by the defence. Jankovic looks up, she's got a choice of wingers to go for. Goes for Malestein. Ah, well save, and Ben Bidyang. Save number 16. And Malestein's stats, 3 from 6, don't make pretty reading. I'm sure she'll be on Thompson's radar after the game as they pay the price. Mahala scores at the other end. There was the pass straight down. She had acres of space, although lower pass would have given her a chance to cut towards the middle. Tried to put it under Ben Bidyang and didn't. And then promptly scored at the other end. Oh, missed connection. Who's got the rebound? Lucky break for Van der Heijden, who gets the call from the referees. Mahala unlucky there. 5-1 defence is causing problems. Snelder has to come out and help. She decides to try and go back in on her own, wins the penalty. Foul by Yuo, defence specialist from Tonnerre Calara Club. Cup winners. So change of keeper. In comes Abian back on. Saved the last one. This time she's up against Snelder. Oh, and saves that one too. Oh dear, oh dear. Not a great penalty, but she can certainly celebrate the captain. So score stays 28-20. Hella Thompson, the coach, is just sitting on the bench now. She's probably mulling over what she wants to say. The ball's gone straight through. Jankovic puts it up. Malestein cuts towards the middle, gives it to Snelder. Goes for the lob, and that was neither a lob nor a shot. And Ben Bidyang, save number 17. And again, they pay the price. And Njepmu, goal number 4. The whole bench are on their feet. Well, and Ben Bidyang, the goalkeeper from Yeni Mahala, probably hoping her coach is watching this on television. And there was a response at the other end. 30 seconds to go in the match. Netherlands have won, but it was a great comeback again by the Cameroon team, who have never, ever given up. Van der Heijden, goal number 4, 76 kilometers an hour, but not too many smiling faces on the Dutch bench. Groot, who's been used extremely sparingly, but as we said before, is not fully fit, and that's a penalty. And the clock has timed out. That will be the last action of the game, as Ibrahim Ozdeniz stands at the 7-meter line, fouled in the act of shooting. They have been very good one-on-one, the Cameroon team. And on comes Tuba Biolo. She scored 3 from 3 so far, up against Jankovic. And she scores. 4 penalties scored, and that's the end of the game.